One of the great things about spider rigging is once you've got your rod set out, you've got the depth of your crappie figured out and everything, you can just ease along. There's not a whole lot of work. And as you can see, we've got father and son sitting beside one another, and you can sit and visit until you get a bite, and then it's just basically lifting up your fish and putting your rod back in the water. There's not a whole lot of work involved into it. Okay, so today we was crappie fishing and had two different kinds of spider rig setups going on. And the spider rig setup doesn't have to be very complicated at all. One of the ones that caught the fish today was a 1/4 ounce underspin jig with a curl tail on the bottom and a bunny butt hair jig on the top. And I'm going to show you how I tie this because it's not very complicated at all. So first thing we're going to do, we don't have any weights in the middle of this. We're going really slow. This is 2/10 of a mile an hour crappie rigging, spider rigging. So we're going to bring this in here and we're going to figure we're going to have about 18 inches of line out to our dropper line. Well, we don't want to have to tie a big complicated loop in this thing, so we're just going to loop this a couple of times right here, come back up here, pass it back through that loop, wet that just a little bit, pull it tight. Now we've got our little dropper on a loop knot, and we come down here below that and we get our bottom. So now we've got a total weight here of 5/16 of an ounce on this rig without ever having to put a weight in the middle of it. And at 2/10 of a mile an hour in this, early spring cold water, this works just fine. So there's our spider rig, 18 inches apart, never tangles up. I'm going to show you another quick, easy way to re-rig your spider rig. We've all been there, the fish are biting, we break a rig off, have to hunt all over the boat to find barrel swivels and three-way swivels. So here's a quick, easy way. Simply thread your first jig on there, rip you some line off like that. You can adjust that later. Pull this up here, get you a good double loop on it like that. Throw a couple twirls of that around there, come back with that jig, pass it back through that little loop that you held. Now you're going to take that, pull that knot up there so that you got a nice big loop in there. Always wet your knots, pull that tight. Now you've got you a dropper made right there. Instead of hunting for swivels, we're going to take this one right here and we're going to just thread it right straight on the line. We're going to pull it up there where it's 6 or 8 inches below that jig, and then we're coming back and throw it through there again. Put another loop through there like that. Now we've kind of got it on there, and we're going to come back through there and go through it again. Except this time we're going to throw a little half hitch on it when we come back through that loop and kind of snug it up. So now you've got your weight in place. It's not going anywhere. Bring your bottom jig in here. Throw that on your bottom right there. You can kind of look at where you want it to be. Get your knot tied right there. And in about a matter of a minute, you've got a 3/4 ounce spider rig set up, going strong. Back in the water again.